Hey guys, JordySneaks back. So I did a top 10 video for my sneakers in my collection last night. Don't like the way it came out, and I'd like to redo it and submit it to 2J's Kicks, JC Lopez, on from Urban Necessities. That way I can hopefully get on his channel. Like to show everybody what I got. Nothing crazy, nothing hype, couple of samples. Maybe a player edition. Not going to get really too much into it. So this is going to be my top 10 sneakers in my collection. And I got my better cameraman, Jordan Vado Rice. I had Billy last night, but he just doesn't cut it. Never has, never will. So we're gonna get into the top 10. Nothing really hype. So let's get into it. I'm going to sit down because the shoes are on the right of me. And so starting with number 10. We're going to go 10 to 1. Number 10 is the Toy Story Disney Pixar Woody Vans Low. I've worn the shoe a few times. Love the denim hits, the cow print, and the leather. Big fan of the lows. I do have the Buzz. I have the Buzz lows also. My sister bought me these for my birthday, so I figured why not get the Buzz and Woodies. Toy Story is in fact my favorite childhood movie, so why not pay homage? Basically have my favorite movie on my shoe as my shoe, and so that's going to be number 10. I'm not going to take too long with the video, but the comfort is awesome on these. So I'm going to go into number 9. Number 9 is actually a one of one. This is a custom made by SWB Artwear, my buddy Scott. I donated the shoe a couple of years ago. It was just a 2006 Nike Dunk. It was a brown leather Dunk, so the quality is awesome on this shoe. And this is actually, was white, but because it's so old, it's actually starting to yellowish brown, which it actually looks good with the tan and everything. So he had called me and was like, Jordy, I finally figured out what I'm going to do to it where it's brown. I'm going to make it into like a Supreme camo colorway. And it does not say, it's not supposed to say Supreme. It's supposed to say Sue. And then on the flip side it says me. Because I have a shirt that says Sue Me on it. And it has like Louis Vuitton and all these different brands. So that's why he based it off of that. But it is a great quality shoe. There's no drag. There's no star loss. It was a great canvas for this custom. So this is going to be my number 9 shoe. And I'd also like to show you, he also made this for me. Actually, these are connected. This is actually, he made my actual logo, my JordySneaks logo. And he put it on a tubular, which I gave to him to do. And he did on both and threw in the purple rope laces. Such a great shoe. I like displaying it where, wherever possible. So I'll throw those back in there. Those would have to be probably number 11. I just have so many different shoes, so I like to kind of switch it up. So number 8. Number 8, 10, 9, 8. Number 8 is the Donut times Vans Odd Future collab. My girlfriend bought me these. This was the first shoe she ever bought me since we started dating. I wanted the shoe for so long. She didn't wait to even give it to me for my birthday. She's like, I know you're probably going to go out and buy them, so I'm just going to grab them now and give them to you, because they got shipped, and we did the pink lace swap. The suede on these, A1, crazy. And then it's got the OF on the back. I actually have the lows too down there. Don't really want to get into those too much, because I want to keep this nice and simple. Great leather hits on the inside. Comfortable shoe. I've worn it twice. We're going to go into number 7. This is the Extra Butter times Ventilator Reebok. They pay homage to the food trucks in New York, which Extra Butter is actually based out of New York. And just all over the shoe is awesome. The suede, everything about this shoe. It's just a clean shoe. I can wear it with cargos and a black tee and they just pop. I was actually at a sneaker event, and another shoe tuber, Yoanti, was actually giving out pairs of ventilators, and I was wearing these, and he actually gave me a pair of neon day glow ventilators. Reebok sent him a bunch of pairs, so we went to the sneaker show around here, and I was happy to actually get a pair from him, and I wore them. I destroyed the things. I wish I never did. So I ended up throwing them out because they were just so bad. But the ventilator is definitely my favorite Reebok of all time. So with that being said, that's going to be number 7. Number 6 is going to be the Free Trainer 5.0 in the Oregon colorway with the apple green, black, and yellow. This pair is in fact dead stock. I got it recently. I have 10 pairs of Oregon colorway Nikes. Actually 11 now that I have the Crazy Boost custom that I made, which I might show you a little bit later. So this is number 6. So there's really nothing about it. You know, I've been collecting the Oregon shoes for a while now. I have a couple other pairs up there. But this colorway, I do have the other 2 colorways over here, but this one's my favorite out of them because the apple green just pops. So that was number 6. I'm going to go into number 5. This is the Sneakers and Stuff times Reebok ventilator. You probably won't notice it just by looking at it. This is actually a sample pair I got off of a friend that actually works at Reebok. These are in fact dead stock. I had a pair, general release pair. I just gave them back to my buddy Billy. He bought them back off me. I think I sold them for like 40 bucks because I didn't need 2 pairs, both the same size, and I'd rather have the sample pair. I have a couple of other sample Reeboks. So this shoe is just, looking at the quality difference between the general release and this pair was just insane. The suede is just, and then the leather, just outrageous. So this is going to be my number 5. So let's go with number 4. This is the Chicago 23. This was another pair purchased by my girlfriend Shayla. She knew I wanted a pair. She got me a pair for Valentine's Day, and I love just everything about the shoe. The leather quality, the cursive writing with the gold font, and even just like the fingerprints on the back, on the bottom. A lot of people just like, oh, what are the swirls? And it's, you know, fingerprints, which is pretty dope. Carbon fiber is insane. Imagine trying to fake that. I don't think you could do it. This one says Shy, the other one says Town. So this is great. And then it's got the Chicago area code. Is it area? No, zip code right on the back. Laser etched, and then 23 on this. This isn't the OG pair. This is actually the re-release pair. But great shoe all together. And I wore them once, I think, on a date. So we're going to go into number 3. This is the Oregon Duck Foamposite 1. I've worn this pair a ton of times. It's actually my 5th pair I've had, either 4th or 5th. And this one's for keeps. I actually just sold my other pair, which was completely just about dead stock. So I didn't really need it. So I sold them, kept the worn pair, because I actually don't mind the yellowing as it starts. But other than that, the upper is perfect on these. As I said, I have 11 pairs of Oregon shoes. Eventually I'll get into the samples and stuff like that. And so yeah, this is number 3. There's really not much to it. You guys have seen it in I don't know how many review videos. So let's go into number 2. This might shock you. The Aqua 8. This is actually the 2016 release. And the Aqua 8 is my favorite Jordan of all time. And I wasn't even expecting to get a pair of these. Walked into my local Foot Locker, and I looked at the shoe because they were already sold out. And it was a 9.5, and I'm like, oh, my size, perfect. So I asked my buddy who's the manager, I go, what's up with it? And he goes, oh, it's a mismatch pair. And I'm like, is it a 9, 9.5, or is it a 9.5, 10? So he goes, it's a 9, 9.5. I can fit them. I said, all right, how much? He's like, 120. I think it was 120. And I'm like, well, I go, what about 100? Usually you don't bargain down at Foot Locker. But I'm like, it's going to be tough selling a mismatched pair. I really want them. Let's do $100. Called over the intercom to whoever the higher up was. She said okay because, you know, I knew the manager. And so I paid $100 for these, and I wear the hell out of this shoe. It is crepe protected, so there's no suede flaws, nothing. Just beads right off. I have not cleaned these since I bought them, and they actually still look brand new. There's no creasing, which is incredible. I like to keep my shoes pretty clean. So this is actually the 9.5. The other shoe is a 9. But they fit perfect, so I'll never get rid of these. And we're going to go into number 1. Before I do that, I'm going to give you guys a brief description. A friend of mine, his girlfriend's grandmother passed away. Needed my help to sell a pair of his shoes, a couple pairs of his shoes, and he had this pair. So he gave me a great deal for helping him out on them. And I still to this day, I just got them this past weekend, like Friday or something like that. And I still can't believe I have the actual pair. So we're going to go into my number 1. You might just look at them and say, oh, it's just the anthracite 9s. There's a difference. This is the actual Oregon PE player exclusive Jordan 9. Big difference between the new release 9s. The color's off. This suede is so much better. You can actually see, instead of these being plastic on the general release pair, they're actually leather. And then the rope laces are thicker. And it also has like the bin material. It's got like the waves inside. And it, in fact, it's a size 14. It's way bigger than I would ever wear. Obviously, I'm a 9.5, 10. But just to have these on display is just incredible. I can't really tell you guys how much I paid for these because it's like sacrilegious. You know, I helped him out. He gave me I threw him a number. He countered it with $100 less, and I couldn't be any more happier. And actually, the shoe that I was helping him sell was actually the player exclusive Miami Hurricane Ultra Boost. I posted a picture up, tagged Teddy, the Boost God, and he actually liked the picture. I think the shoe is actually his size, so I got in contact with him. Have not heard back because I'd like to sell them to him if he'd like them. They're worn, but like I know the side of the story, so I know who wore them from the hurricanes and all that other stuff. So he did in fact give me a great deal on this shoe, and I couldn't be happier. So this is gonna be my number 1. As it should, you know, I don't go by expensive shoe is always top, you know, stuff like that. I go for comfort and stuff I like. If you were to see everything else I have, most of the stuff on the top shelf is the girlfriend's. And, I mean, God, I have Air Max Zeros, I have Diodoras, I have Cosmic Boost, I have sample Reeboks that you wouldn't even know. You know, I have 3 pairs of Jordans, I have some Air Maxes, a bunch of ventilators. My Oregon collection's getting there. Like I said, I have 11 pairs. I even have the Sandal Boys flip-flops, or slides, whatever you want to call them. Those are from Sandal Boys, and those are Franelations brand. And so, I mean, that's going to be it. That's going to be number 1. I'm sure you guys can agree with that being said. I'll end the video, and hopefully you guys will see this video on 2J's channel. And in September, I'll be going to Vegas to visit the store. Go chop it up with him, you know, hopefully he's there, you know. I'll be disappointed if he's not really saying I'm going to Vegas just to see him. It's a vacation, but it'll be awesome to, you know, be able to chop it up with him, you know, discuss everything, and maybe I'll even donate him a pair of shoes. Who knows? But we'll go from there, and we're going to end this video. That way we can get it uploaded onto the channel and onto his. So hopefully he posts it. Alright guys, thanks for watching.